Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Capsule Commentary, where I answer some of the questions that I get from all of you around the world every week. Hope you're ready, because here we go. Okay, the first question I got today is, Henri, I feel there's a lot going on in the crypto space. How can I keep up? Do you have any tips to share? Yeah, this is a question I get a lot. As you guys know, the crypto space not only is 24/7, it moves very, very fast. And there's a couple of ways you can actually try to keep on top of it if you're interested about this topic. The first piece of advice that I give to everybody is if you can put a Google alert, so at least you can put the key terms you're looking for, whether it's blockchain, fintech, crypto, and at least you'll get one email a day with some of the big elements going on. I find that very helpful. I do that myself. Second thing is I think could be useful is just to, if you want to stay on top of the developments in the space, put a 10-minute slot in your calendar, block it, whether it's the beginning of your day, at the end of your day, and you make sure and you keep discipline that you're going to take that 10 minutes to actually read the news happening in the space. I find that's a very good way to catch up. In 10 minutes, you have a good time to actually get a good overview of what's happening in the industry. If you want to go more in depth, the way I do it is on the weekend, whether it's very early or late, you put an hour in your calendar, you block it again, and you make sure that during that hour, you go and actually spend some time learning about a new topic or a topic you're interested in about the broader space. I think you'll be surprised what you can accomplish in an hour. It's quite a lot of time from that perspective. Another tip that I use a lot, I listen to a lot of podcasts. So when I'm at the gym, when I'm walking between meetings, instead of listening to music or listening to anything else, I actually listen to a lot of podcasts. There's now really tons of podcasts on crypto, many of them that you can actually go and listen to it. So I think there's a lot of good content out there. And of course, I know it's a bit self-serving, but a good way to catch up and stay on top is via my crypto capsules, my 60-second every video, and a lot of the content that I post, not only on LinkedIn, but also on my YouTube channel, where there's a lot of more educational content as well. So hope that's useful. Thank you very much for your question. Second question, Henri, do you think this crypto bull market we're seeing right now will drive more M&A in the crypto sector, more mergers and acquisitions? The answer is absolutely yes. I think as I even mentioned this in my 2021 predictions, I think 2020 was already a record year. Just in the first half of 2020, we saw more crypto M&A activity than the entire year of 2019. I mean, the average deal size went from less than 20 million to over $45 million. So this is one area I expect a lot of activity. There's really two things that I'm watching when it comes to crypto M&A. First is some of the large players, especially the ones that have made quite a lot of money in the last couple of weeks as crypto markets really became more active, is these big crypto unicorns start behaving like octopuses. So they start investing and acquiring companies that are kind of ancillary to their core service. A second thing that I'm also watching is how this activity moves outside of the US. I mean, just to give you an example, in 2018, about 43% of crypto M&A was taking place outside of the US. This year, in 2020, it was over 57%. So a big jump there. So I expect increasingly over the next couple of months as well to see more crypto M&A activity outside of the US within EMEA and Asia. So definitely an area to watch from a crypto M&A perspective. Thank you for your question. Third question, there's been a lot of discussions recently on crypto derivatives. Do you think this area will experience a lot of growth? Yeah, it's very interesting actually when it comes to crypto derivatives. In the traditional financial services space, the derivatives market is multiple times that of the spot market, which is very interesting in the crypto space. It's not the case yet. The crypto derivatives market is still just a fraction of the spot market. What I expect to see, and there's a lot of demand already. You're seeing it. I mean, the Bitcoin futures on the CME were until recently there was record levels of interest, open interest on Bitcoin futures. I think this area is going to provide a lot of opportunities for existing players and new players who understand the requirements that institutional investors, institutional players have on crypto derivatives, counterparty risk, regulatory clarity, and frankly, broader connectivity. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities in this space. So definitely an area to watch when it comes to crypto derivatives. Thank you for your questions. Last question. Tether, the stablecoin Tether, is at over $20 billion of assets. Do you expect to see even more growth in the broader stablecoin environment? Again, the stablecoins, for a lot of you listeners who may not be familiar with, are digital currencies that are backed one-to-one by fiat currencies. For example, the US dollar. Actually, the vast majority are US dollars. The short answer is obviously we've seen in 2020 a lot of growth in the stablecoin area. I mean, at the beginning of the year, there was less than $5 billion in assets in stablecoins, and there was over 25 billion towards the end of the year. So again, a lot of activity. There's a lot more people using it for trading purposes. People are using it for cross-border payments. So there's a lot of activity on that space. The one development that I'm watching when it comes to stablecoins in 2021 is really Libra, now called Diem. Libra, as many of you know, was launched by Facebook in 2019 and has really matured a lot over the last couple of months. So really, it's going to be the impact that it's going to have from that perspective on the broader stablecoin environment. The one thing also I'm keen to see is obviously there'll be a shift from stable coins like Tether that have $20 billion in assets but that are not regulated towards more regulated stable coins, USDC, Paxos. There's many others, both with US dollars and euros. So I'm really watching the space to see if there's going to be any shifts or any movement happening from that perspective, especially as we're seeing more institutional players enter the space. Many believe that these players would rather deal with regulated stable coins rather than ones that are not regulated, and definitely that compared to ones that are more, let's say, from a DeFi world, like MakerDAO, for example. So a lot of interesting developments. I'm keeping a very big eye on the development of stablecoins. Hope this was useful, guys. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'm getting a lot of these questions, but I promise I will try to answer them as soon as I can. I'm trying to group them together to be able to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and hope to see you all soon for another episode of Crypto Capsule Commentary. See you.